Hello. On the 7th of February, Gloucester Airport closed their main lit runway of 09 and 27 as part of the Runway Works project. 18 and 36 was permanently closed due to some redevelopment work being carried out on the airfield as well. Now runway 27 has an ILS approach, and the localiser and glide path along with the runway and puppies have also been disabled whilst the work is going on. The NDB is still active and you can still book an NDB and RNP instrument approach for runway 09 and 27. Runway 0422 will be the only active runway at Gloucester whilst the work continues. A PAPI LI runway edge lights, threshold and stop end wing bars will be provided from the start of official night until AD close. Now I've not used this runway since around 2014 at the start of my early training at Gloucester, and there is a fair amount of noise abatement procedures in the circuit. I thought I should at least practice a few circuits at night before performing a rejoin at night. My plan was to do 3 touch and goes and a full stop landing. Now there was an aircraft in the circuit with a radio failure which proved interesting on one of the final approaches when I was instructed to perform a go around. I used 3 cameras, 2 GoPros and a Sony FDR-AX53 for the side shots, which despite its built-in gimbal wasn't really ideal for this video. I also didn't turn the brightness down on my Huawei media pad, so when it starts to get dark, the media pad blasted out a load of white light on the front facing view, so many apologies for this, it's really annoying. I record my flying videos so I can see the many mistakes I make with the intention of not making them again. I wasn't very pleased with my circuits, although I thought the landings were acceptable. Have a watch and please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. A-check or pre-flight transit check, complete, done. Passenger brief, not applicable. Cabin door is locked. Yeah, that's locked. Parking brake is on. Seat and seat belts are adjusted. Aileron, stabilator, trimmers, all good. Flaps are up. Cabin vents are off. Battery master switch is on. Navigation lights are on. Fuel pump goes to 5 and off. Carburetor check and off. Circuit breakers all made. IFR flight not applicable. Fin beacon on. Mixture rich. Engine, just give it 2. 1, 2, actually 3, 1 for luck. That's locked. Right, put this on because it's quite loud. Log engine start. Feet over the brakes. Clear prop.
Mike India, traffic on climb at runway 22, making a right turn to the north is a Cessna.
Delivery traffic, go.
Oh, Hotel, traffic as you turn. Right
Stop,
to the north
back
is
to
the
both.
Eurostar, currently the
Right,
for that side.
drop but not stop, back to both.
Traffic, go for Delta.
Guy. Oh. 060707. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, let's just squelch down a little bit. Hello, 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's fine. So let's get the 80s.
5. Arriving aircraft, contact approach, frequency 128.555. Acknowledge receipt of information, Zulu. This is Gloucester, information, Zulu, time 1650, runway use 22 right-hand circuit, surface wind 210, 4 knots, visibility 10 kilometer or more, view 2,000 feet, temperature +6, dew point +2, QNH 1031, QFE 1027. No radar service is available. Noise abatement procedures apply.
That's fine, 1650 is not going to change.
Read back altimeter.
Just make sure though.
Reduced fire cover is available. Runway 0927 is closed. Runway 1836 is closed. Departing aircraft, contact tower, frequency 122.905. Arriving aircraft, contact approach, frequency 128.555. Acknowledge receipt of information, Zulu.
Yeah, that's all good. I have to wear these legally, which is a pain because I don't wear them for anything else.
Golf Mike India down with the land.
Oh, good old Golf Mike India.
Final.
Full final, Golf Mike India.
So this is the first time I've taken off on runway 22, right hand for a long time, and I've got a bit of a cheat sheet going on here, so I can see exactly where I'm going. To make sure I don't, because it's noise abatement city, Arizona.
A lot of static on my radio, just trying to stick that.
Okay, so.
Golf, Hotel, Roger, when ready, contact Gloucester approach 128.555.
Calm, read back. Oh no, 128.5. No, okay. Okay. Do it. Yep. I still have to psych myself up to use the radio, which is bizarre because I'm not actually nervous when I use it. Good evening, Gloucester Tower. Golf Bravo Alpha Sierra Juliet is at Apron Alpha with information Zulu. QFE 1027, request taxi.
Golf Bravo Alpha Sierra Juliet, Gloucester Tower, taxi point Echo 1, cross runway 27.
Taxi Echo 1, cross runway 27, Golf Bravo Alpha Sierra Juliet. I'm not sure if that was an anxiety noise or not. I've not used runway 0422 for, as I say, years, I think. Big come in.
Golf Mike India, final to land.
Golf Mike India, caution the large flocks of birds tracking towards the sunset low level.
Yeah,
runway
I can see them.
22, clear to land with 210.
Brakes, both. Left,
Golf Mike India, copy.
right. Both brakes work. Balls to me, I should do again. Balls to you, yes, it winks to you, balls to me. Winks to me, balls to you. Decreasing, decreasing. Okay. My media pad is already annoying me, but it wasn't at the time. I didn't even notice it when I was flying. Just checking, can I go via Alpha 2 or Alpha 1, Golf Bravo, Alpha Sierra Juliet?
Sierra Juliet, whichever way you like.
Roger, thank you very much. I'll go via Alpha 2, Golf Sierra Juliet.
Gloucester Tower, Matry. As Matry, Gloucester Tower, continue approach. Number 2, number 1.
It seems weird going across here without being given permission to take off, but of course I've been given permission to cross runway 27.
Hotel Tower, radio check, 122, that's 1905.
Golf Hotel Tower, radio check.
No, the threshold.
35.
There's a little dip here, a bump, and then a dip, I think. There's the dip, so keep that pressure back. Just keep looking, there's the people doing the old digging.
Golf Mike India, okay, first left, request some assistance at the boundary.
Golf Mike India, Roger, and I'll be out shortly.
So I'm going up to Echo.
Golf Hotel Tower, reader 35.
That's Echo. Give me permission to Echo 1. Yes, and the bar's at the other side, so that means it's stopping this way. This is Echo 1. Yes, Echo 2 I mean. Dear gosh, get it right, Clarky.
It's flight 3, runway 22, clear to land, wind 2104.
Clear to land, 053.
Back to 1200. There you go, back to 1200. Power checks. Temperatures and pressures. Check that DI as well. Just 245. What's changing now? 245. There you go. Fuel selector to the fullest tank, which is the right tank. Make a note of that. Changed it 1703. 1703.
Golf Bravo Oscar Hotel Tower, ready, check 122.905.
Fuel selector change, so throttle set 2000, covering the brakes with my feet, just to make sure. Brakes are holding. Carburetor heat, check. Drops 50 RPM, that's fine. Back to off. Magnetos, left, drop, but not stop. Back to both. Right, drop, but not stop. Back to both. Alternator, charging at about 35 amps. Suction is 5. I'm now going to let it idle. It ticks over quite nicely. Back to 1200. Trimmers are neutral. Electric trim is off. Electric trim is off. Throttle friction set. Mixture is rich. Fuel pump is on. Carburetor heat is off. Primer is locked.
Go, there is my 3.
Flaps as required, so we're going to leave the flaps up. Engine instruments, all warning lights out.
The inspection is not vacated.
Looking good.
Vacating first left, 053.
Seatbelts and shoulder straps are secure. Warning lights are out. Cabin door is closed and latched. Window is closed and latched. Did them the wrong way around. Cabin door. There. That opened on me before. It's not very nice when that opens on the climb out. It's quite safe, but just not very nice and noisy and cold. Flying controls, full and free movement.
There's my 3, taxi to area.
053.
It was okay. Nav 8. Got those set anyway, 109.95. Emergency brief, so I'm just going to continue lining up now. So modern aviation is very, very safe. If I have an engine failure before takeoff, what I will do is I will close the throttle. I will just keep the pressure back on the yoke and I will brake, making sure that I don't lock the wheels up or anything like that. What I'll then do is, if we have, we'll vacate the aircraft and deal with the emergency as appropriate. If we have an engine failure after takeoff and there's enough runway to land ahead, I'll lower the nose 75 knots, take 2 stages of flap. I won't stall the aircraft and we'll deal with the emergency when we're back on the ground. If we have an issue when we take off, then I'm going to, and there's not enough runway to land ahead, what I'll do is lower the nose 2 stages of flap and we'll land it in a field at the end of the runway, probably towards the right where it's clear, and if we get a chance I'll make a mayday call on this frequency as well. Oh, here we go. Don't need that anymore. Golf Bravo Alpha Sierra Juliet's holding at Echo 1, ready for departure.
Golf Sierra Juliet, right hand circuit, runway 22, clear for takeoff with 2104.
Runway 22, clear for takeoff, right hand circuits, Golf Sierra Juliet. Opposite.
I notice a large flock of birds. Look like they're coming towards me, but luckily they veer off to the right.
Checking there's nothing on extended final, some nasty little birds up there. Don't want to be hitting them. We get in front of them. So they're turning away now, I think. Here we go. T's and P's are in the green. Airspeed is alive, just watching them birds. 65 knots. Here we go. Okay, we're up. Put a bit of trim in. Got a hill in front of us, we don't want to be hitting that. Come on, get it, Clarky.
You can see on my media pad the circuit that I've drawn to try and avoid the noise abatement.
Noise abatement on the left. Just going past that now. Nice sunset. It's the A40 which I came up. Leveling off. Keep that nose up. Oh, that's a bit quick. Okay, keep it coming round. Got a bit wide there. Come on. I'm all over the place. Not my best circuit, but it is the first, so hopefully they'll get better.
Coming up to downwind now, and due to the amount of pressure I'm under, I do forget my pre-landing downwind checks. Bum filch, brakes, undercarriage mixture, fuel, instruments, landing light, carby, and hatches and harnesses secure. I do remember it on the next one though.
Golf Sierra Juliet is downwind, touch and go.
Golf Sierra Juliet report final.
Wilco, Golf Sierra Juliet.
Golf Sierra Juliet had a Cessna, Golf Bravo Oscar Hotel, departed but reported having problems with their radio. Believed to be general howling about 5 miles north of the field, but may rejoin without talking to me. He's trying to reach them, disregard, I think they're just calling them a landline.
Hey firm, Golf Sierra Juliet. I'm making a pig zero this one. Real pigs here.
Golf Juliet Tango, Bravo Papa. Gotcha, Tango Papa, got our traffic, just having final and fixing circuit is a Cherokee, report downwind. Okay, go Bravo Papa.
What a pig zero I'm making of this. Gloucester Juliet's final touch and go.
Gloucester Juliet, traffic 2 miles southeast of the field, joining crosswind is a flight to Malibu. Runway 22, clear touch and go in 2104.
Clear touch and go, looking for the traffic, Gloucester Juliet.
So with the abbreviated PAPI, or the APAPI, you only get one white and one red. But they're very, very bright, and actually, I found them okay. I think one pilot asked the ATC to turn them down.
Golf Victor Oscar November India.
Golf Victor Oscar November India, Gloucester Tower. Report ready to join that base runway 22.
Alright, better one this time.
Ready to join that base 22, Golf November India.
That was a pig's ear.
Yeah, the Malibu just crossing your left to right now.
Listening back now, I think that message was for me.
Station at the fuel bound and taxi to areas.
It was a beautiful sunset, and you can just see that Malibu there in the distance going left to right, just going across the sun now.
Have a report ready to turn right base traffic. 2.5 miles final runway 27, shortly breaking off runway 22 left base is a 32.
It literally blows me away that I can fly a plane. If you'd have told me I was going to be doing this, well, even 3 years ago, let alone 2013 when I started, I really wouldn't have believed you.
Visual with that traffic.
Golf November India, joining left base at 22.
Golf November India, report final runway 22 number 1. Traffic late downwind right hand is a Malibu.
Hotel Mike. Golf final 22, Golf November India.
Bravo Papa number 2 number 1 is the PA32 now left base. You can extend downwind the spacing is required.
Number 2 Wilco, Golf Bravo Papa.
Golf Sierra Hotel Mike India, Golf Tower, taxi to areas.
Golf Sierra Hotel Mike India, request taxi from bound at Aeros.
Golf Mike India, taxi to Aeros. Golf Sierra Hotel Mike India, Golf Tower, taxi to Aeros.
Gloucester Juliet's downwind touch and go.
Golf Sierra Juliet, report ready to turn right base. Traffic late downwind ahead of you is a Malibu.
Wilco, visual with the traffic, Gloucester Juliet.
Golf November India, finals 22 to land.
Brakes,
And then India, runway 22.
pressure,
and with
parking brake is off.
Golf November India. Well done, at 30 base.
Gloucester Juliet, ready to turn base, but the aircraft in front of me hasn't turned yet, so I'll continue, shall I?
Golf Sierra Juliet, number 3, follow the Malibu, just turning onto 3 mile final.
Visual with both traffic number 3, Gloucester Juliet.
November India, you could turn the puppies down a notch.
ATC.
Because the Malibu was on an extended final, I couldn't turn in onto base, because you can't turn if you've got an aircraft in front of your wing. You have to wait until it's gone past your wing before you can turn. Otherwise you could have a head-on collision.
I'm cutting in. I'm used to 27 so much. I need to be able to do other ones.
Fuel 1 tower.
Fuel 1 complete, Sky 1, I'd like to return to base.
Fuel 1, to baseline, taxi answer.
See base by taxi alpha, Fuel 1.
India, vacate left of the end, taxi to hangar.
Left of the end and taxi to Western, Golf River Bridge.
Okay, Juliet, traffic 1 mile east of you in an orbit to position behind you is a twin star.
Roger, I can see the traffic. Can I turn base yet?
Ethan, you're ahead of that traffic. The Malibu you're following now on a half-mile final.
Roger, okay, looking for that traffic, Golf Sierra Juliet.
I did clock the Malibu, so I was happy to turn there.
Gloucester Tower, Golf Sierra Hotel Mike, India, request taxi about where?
Golf Sierra Hotel Mike India, Gloucester Tower, taxi to Aero. Golf Mike India, I did see the first 4 times from reply, I'm not sure if you've got a problem with your radio there.
Yeah, actually, I think it was actually being shielded by the valve, thank you.
Golf Mike India, no worries, good evening.
Golf Echo, my orbit's complete for a right base, left base.
Golf, correction, Golf Sierra Uniform, Mike, Mike, Golf Tower. Continue orbit in your current position. Radio fail aircraft, this turned downwind is a Cessna. They won't be visual to you, so continue orbit now.
Continue orbit, Golf Echo, Mike.
Golf Echo, Papa, confirming on clear to land.
Golf Papa, runway 22 clear to land, wind 2104.
Golf Sierra Juliet, 3 mile final. Touch and go.
Yeah, continue approach. You are number 1, but traffic late downwind right hand is a Cessna radio fail. They should see him probably behind, but report visual.
Do you want me to try and contact them, or I suppose there's no point if you can't?
They have called on the landline to say that the radio is completely off.
Okay, AFM, if you do want me to do an orbit though, that's fine, I can do that.
Golf, Hotel Hotel, transmitting the line, number 2, follow the Cherokee on a 2 mile final.
At this point I only had 2 stages of flap set because I didn't want to slow the aircraft down too much.
But I think now I'm going to put the final flap in.
Papa, taxi to Sky Tower.
I'm on, I'm going to say the Golf Sierra Mike, thanks for letting us.
Yeah, Juliet, are you visual with the Cessna?
Yeah, it's about 200 feet above me, coming behind me now.
Gloucester Juliet, Roger. Runway 22, clear, touch and go, and 2104.
Clear touch and go, 22, Golf Sierra Juliet.
Again, Mike, number 3, number 2 is a Cessna, it's turning on 2 mile final.
Copy, number 3, Cessna on 2 mile final, Golf Echo, Mike.
So that Cessna with the failed radio is just behind me, but I couldn't see it, and I also couldn't see it on my Sky Demon neither.
Hi.
Golf Sierra Juliet, ignore the light signals from the tower.
AFM, Golf Sierra Juliet, over.
I said AFIRM then when I should have just said Roger to acknowledge his communication. Keep doing that.
Golf Sierra Juliet, go around and say it, go around and acknowledge.
Going around, Golf Sierra Juliet, going around.
The reason he told me to ignore the light signals is because they were for the aircraft with the failed radio. When a radio fails, there are certain procedures that the tower will go through with a torch, a very bright torch or lamp from the tower.
I know you're busy, can you give me a fix on number 2, please?
We can Mike the Cessna now on a half mile final.
Got it, Golf Echo, Mike, thank you.
You can see how new the markings are on runway 0422. You can also see now how wide 2709 is compared to 0422.
Am I okay to turn slightly right just to avoid this noise abatement, Golf Sierra Juliet?
Golf Sierra Juliet, report downwind, steady right delivery.
Full code, Golf Sierra Juliet.
Wouldn't have normally asked that, but I wasn't sure what had happened to the aircraft with the failed radio. I didn't know if he'd actually landed at that point. That media pad is starting to annoy me now with the bright lights. Can't really see it in the aircraft at all, it's just normal.
Golf Echo Mike, runway 22, clear to land with 2104.
Clear to land 22, got Echo Mike.
Gloucester, Juliet is downwind, touch and go.
Oscar Juliet number 2 for the twin star on 1 mile final, that traffic is to land.
Number 2, Gloucester, Juliet. Yep.
Oscar Juliet full final, tower 128.555.
Wilco 128.555, Gloucester, Juliet.
Off the broadcast, just combining the frequencies now. When ready, contact.
Gloucester, Juliet.
Now I should have said Gloucester Tower, Golf Bravo R for Sierra Juliet, the full call sign, but I forgot.
Oscar Juliet, got tower, continue approach.
Wilco, Gloucester, Juliet.
I always remember being told numerous times that your capacity in the air when you're flying is reduced tenfold, and that sounds really extreme, but it's very, very true.
Golf Echo Mike, apologies for the delay there. Vacate next convenient left, taxi to the tower apron.
Okay, let's taxi tower apron, got Echo Mike.
Gloucester, Juliet's final, touch and go.
Golf Sierra Juliet, wind 2104 knots, runway 22, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, Gloucester, Juliet.
You normally get a bit of sink as you come across these buildings, so you have to put a little bit of power to arrest that rate of descent normally. Wasn't too bad today though, didn't need to do that.
Alright, that's better. Back on. I can make this better now. Going towards the other hill. Right, that's better. Gloucester Juliet's downwind, touch and go.
Gloucester Juliet, report final.
We'll go Gloucester Juliet.
I again failed to do my downwind pre-landing checks. Pretty bad that. I think at this point I don't really do a nice downwind, a clean base turn and then a base turn to final, or very symmetrical. It's basically all over the place.
Rubbish, rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Gloucester Juliet, final, touch and go.
Gloucester Juliet, runway 22, clear touch and go in 1903.
Clear touch and go, Gloucester. It's runway 22, Gloucester Juliet.
Runway airspeed, runway airspeed, runway airspeed. Pretty sure this landing is okay, for my standards anyway.
Greaser.
Well, maybe not a greaser, but it was quite a nice landing. So this is the final circuit now. This one's to land.
Good evening, Castle 29.
Castle 29, and Gloucester Tower, good evening.
Good evening, sir. We're Gloucester 191 on board inbound from private site, Cardiff, just passing the beds in the river. 1900-1031 with Alpha, request choice.
Castle 29, advise you refer to join right downwind to runway 22 or to head east, south or southwest.
We'd like head east south if possible, Castle 29.
Castle 29, standard helicopter arrival, heading south, runway 22 right hand in use, security 1027, port 3 miles.
1027, report 3 miles, 22 right in use, and standard arrival for heli south, Castle 29.
Gloucester Juliet final, and I'll make this to land if that's okay.
Gloucester Juliet, roger, report final.
Wilco, Gloucester Juliet.
Yet again, I forgot my bum filch downwind pre-landing checks. I really do need to get that sorted because that's really, really poor. Did you hear that engine just hesitate for a second? Always quite unnerving when it does that.
Gloucester Juliet final to land.
Gloucester Juliet, runway 22, clear to land, wind 11004.
Clear to land 22, Gloucester Juliet.
Gloucester Juliet, vacate first left, taxi to Tunstall parking.
Vacate first left. I'll taxi to the pumps if that's okay. Gloucester Juliet.
Gloucester Juliet, ASAP.
I think I need to do a few more of those at some point. That was the worst circus I've ever done.
Why on earth did I say that?
Thank Gloucester Tower, Castle 29, 3 miles. Are you happy for us to cross the centre line at 22 climb out?
Castle 29, no fixing circuit currently in the ATZ. Clear to land, heli south, wind 1904.
Clear to land, heli south, Castle 29.
Shutdown checks now.
Tower, Golf Bravo Officer Juliet is at the pumps. Request taxi to Apron Alpha, please.
Golf Bravo Alpha Sierra Juliet, Gloucester Tower, taxi to parking.
Taxi to parking, Golf Bravo Officer Juliet. Good night.
Good evening.
And that's it. That's my video full of mistakes. Each one I'm going to try and address next time I fly. Thanks for watching.